What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got some more NBA news to, of course, be talking about with you guys. In today's video, I actually wanted to talk about the big recent reports that actually suggest the New York Knicks are extremely interested in trying to sign Kelly Oubre in free agency, to the point now where they're actually going to be reportedly offering him a deal, and a deal that he is actually going to be very inclined to accept. The official report again states the Knicks are interested in signing Kelly Oubre if they trade for a star, according to Christian Weinfeld. Now again, there is a lot that is going to go in this. Of course, the first big thing, it's if they mainly trade for a star. If they trade for a star, they're going to be looking to get all of these, big name role players kind of in free agency. And I know Kelly Oubre didn't exactly have the greatest season with the Golden State Warriors. I mean, he struggled off pretty early, and then his three-point percentage wasn't exactly that great for most of the season. I still feel like there is, an ability for Kelly Oubre to bounce back in his NBA career. But in my opinion, that's not going to be on the New York Knicks. I think Kelly Oubre needs to go to a team where he'll be a well-established starting small forward for them that already has enough, shooters around the team. Because if he goes to a team like the New York Knicks and he joins, their starting five, let's just say they start him, then you've got Derrick Rose at point guard, I'd say Barrett at shooting guard, Oubre at small forward, Randall at power forward, maybe Mitch Roberts center. When we're looking at that starting five, there's not really a player on there that's exceptional on the catch and shoot. Of course, Julius Randle can be, but he's more of a shot creator. Mitch Robinson can't shoot can't shoot threes rather. Derrick Rose again is not exactly great from the catch and shoot, more of a shot creator. And even RJ Barrett's like more of a shot creator. I still feel like they need like that catch and shoot type of dude, and it's not really like Kelly Oubre is really like that, at all. So I definitely think that is a struggle. I think a team that'd be interesting for Kelly Oubre would be the Miami Heat, considering the Miami Heat have tons of shooters, here and there, and very good catch shooters, and they're always looking for exceptional defenders to come in their team, and I'm pretty sure he would probably still start, especially if they wanted to continue on with their small ball lineup that they've been rocking out recently. Then I'm sure he would continuously start on that team if he was to join them. But the New York Knicks, he's probably, I don't know if he'd start. I think he'd probably start, but again, they don't really have that designated catch and shooter that I think, in my opinion, I believe they're going to be mainly looking for in free agency. Of course, it has been rumored they're going to be interested in offering Duncan Robinson or Evan Fournier a pretty big deal. And they're, of course, trying to trade for Colin Sexton and still sign a star in free agency. So whatever star that's going to be, I guess will be a pretty big mystery. But again, he's going to go to a team that he's going to start on. And the reason why I'm pretty sure he's going to leave this Golden State Warriors team is because he's not going to start. The Warriors made it pretty clear towards the end of the season when they actually decided to, bench him for the last couple of games that he's not going to be starting on this team anymore. I believe even Steve Kerr in an interview said that they're going to try and see if he can play more of that Andre Iguodala type role that, of course, Iguodala kind of performed on the Warriors, from really his time there all the way to when he got traded in 2019. So there is still a lot to, kind of work with here, but if he does stay with the Warriors, he will most likely be coming off the bench, and I think he still will be expecting a contract worth around $20 million. Now, again, you don't really pay a player $20 million to come off the bench unless they're like an elite scorer, like, Dennis Schroeder or someone like that. But even Dennis Schroeder's looking to start in the NBA now. Like, he really kind of pushed the Lakers to start him, and he didn't even want to be on the Lakers since day one. So that's another player that's going to be really interesting to see where he lands in free agency, but I'm pretty sure that's not going to be the Lakers. Again, Kelly Oubre is in like that similar situation where he's going to want $20 million. Is he worth $20 million? Probably not, but in free agency this year, there's not really that many All-Stars. I believe Kawhi Leonard, Kyle Lowry, and DeMar DeRozan are pretty much your only All-Stars that are coming into this free agency, and there are a lot of teams that are going to have a lot of cap. So, considering there's going to be teams with a lot of cap and the role players are going to be, the main players the teams are going to be fighting over in free agency this offseason, there's going to be a lot of role players being overpaid. the last time I can compare this is the 2016, off season, where all of the teams got extra salary caps, and like Kevin Durant was one of the only free agents, heading into the 2016 to 17, that type of off season. So when you look at all those free agents in that year, you got Nicholas Batum, who's currently a player who is playing on the Clippers right now, who was on the minimum. He literally signed like a 4-year, $25 million contract, per year for the Charlotte Hornets, and this dude was worth like $5 million to $10 million, to the point where he even also got benched in his last, kind of period with the Hornets, where he was barely getting minutes. Now, of course, he's on the Clippers making, the minimum, but that's a perfect example of a role player completely getting overpaid because there wasn't, any all-stars to kind of take money away from him. So that will be a similar situation coming in this free agency. Like, teams will be offering Kelly Oubre a lot of money. And it's not even just Kelly Oubre. Players like Duncan Robinson from the Miami Heat, Jarrett Allen from the Cleveland Cavaliers, and Dennis Schroeder from the Lakers are going to be getting big paydays and are going to be much overpaid players very soon. But will the New York Knicks overpay for a dude like Kelly Oubre? I don't really think they're, again, in a situation too. I think a team that would pay, overpay for Kelly Oubre, you'd think would be a team pretty desperate to bring in like a 3-and-D type small forward. Again, Oubre, he definitely can improve his shooting. I know he can. He'll be back to his best very soon. So he'll kind of fit that label. But where he will go, there's not exactly too many teams out there right now that are going to be looking to overpay for a very good defensive small forward. So he's going to struggle, I think. Whereas though you look at Jarrett Allen from the Cleveland Cavaliers, there are multiple teams like the Charlotte Hornets and OKC who have even more salary cap to work with than the Cleveland Cavaliers, who are going to be looking to overpay for a guy like Jarrett Allen. So again, teams like the Cavs got to be very careful. But if you're the Golden State Warriors and you lose Kelly Oubre, it doesn't really affect you too much. And the New York Knicks, they're in a situation where they can sign an all-star and continue to bring in some nice role players without having to overpay. Because, of course, they're in a very good situation now, and they are also a playoff team. So a team that I'd expect to overpay for Kelly Oubre would be a young team, that is not looking to contend for a little bit, that's just looking for a small forward to come in that's entering their prime. The New York Knicks don't fit that mold. They are a team that's looking to compete right now, and that are looking to bring in all-stars and players that actually want to play for them and will take maybe pay cuts to do so, just to play for a contending team. Again, Kelly Oubre is not going to be that type of guy, and I could see him going to a youngish team that are looking to, again, offer up some money here and there. Of course, there will be a couple of teams. I'm sure the Detroit Pistons will probably float around. Look, they overpaid for Jeremy Grant. They gave him $20 million a year, and he was probably worth around $15 million. And of course, that definitely worked out for the best. So maybe they can, have some good luck with Kelly Oubre as well. And look, it possibly could happen. Again, the Houston Rockets, they're another team that might be looking for that small forward. I guess that's whether or not you want to debate if, Jae'Sean Tate is kind of their future. Again, he's about 25 years old. They could run small ball Kelly Oubre, power forward, like how they've been running the small ball this season. There's going to be a lot of teams that will look to try and get Kelly Oubre to the team. And, of course, try and make a contract happen, somewhere along the line. But of course, if you haven't already, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for all the latest NBA content and NBA news. Of course, don't forget to comment in the comment section down below. What do you guys think Kelly Oubre will, of course, be going to? Do you guys think he'll re-sign with the Golden State Warriors? Do you guys think he will go to the New York Knicks? Or do you guys think he might go to a younger team looking to offer up, some big money here and there? Of course, don't forget to let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. Don't forget to subscribe to my gaming channel, my IRL/vlogging channels. Don't forget to check out my podcast as well if you haven't already, which I will be linking all of them in the description down below. But as I was saying, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.